The woman had just opened the door when a burly man grabbed her and dragged her back in. Terrified, she begged for mercy, crying out that she was pregnant, pleading with him to let her go. But instead of backing off, her words only made him more excited. By the time the police burst into the room, the woman was barely clinging to life. Faced with the barrel of a gun, John actually smirked, calmly raising his hands in surrender.
Joss.
Because the woman he had just hurt was the wife of the officer holding the gun, Mace wanted nothing more than to pull the trigger, to end the monster right there. But the last thread of his sanity made him lower his weapon. He chose to trust in the law one more time. Half a year ago, Mace was the one who arrested John and personally sent him to prison. Yet somehow he now stood in Mace's home, hurting the person Mace loved most. Despite efforts to save her, Mace's wife didn't survive. After the funeral, Mace's world turned cold and colorless. Then, just as he was drowning in grief, came more devastating news. John had escaped prison, committed another violent crime, and was once again given a light sentence. That was the breaking point. Mace snapped and found a new reason to keep living: revenge. He loaded every bullet into his clip and stormed one of John's known hideouts. Without hesitation, he began his mission of justice.
You know why I'm here?
Yeah. Because you don't have a wife to go home to. No!
Wrong fucking answer.
The criminals were quickly taken down. Then Mace called his fellow officers and calmly turned himself in. But this was only the first step of his plan. Before long, Mace was transferred to the same prison as John. On his first day, the warden called him in. He expressed deep respect for Mace's courage and said if he ever needed anything, he could come to him. But not everyone saw him as a hero. Most of the inmates saw Mace as a threat, and his prison life was bound to be hell. Still, Mace didn't care. He was here for one reason only. And before he could even search for John, John came to him first.
Let's get one thing straight. This is my house. The only thing that badge will get you in here is a slit throat.
Just as he promised, trouble came knocking that afternoon. Now Mace must decide how to handle these menacing inmates and how to complete his long-awaited revenge.